Exercise 3.3, question number 2. Read the graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. So the first question says about how many books were sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992. So to answer the first one, we write the number of books from the graph. That is, in 1989, the graph states that about 175 books were sold. Then in 1990, if we see from the graph, so we see that it is slightly lower than 500. So it is 475 books sold in 1990. Then in 1992, we see that the books sold were approximately 225. Then we come to question number 2. In which year were about 475 books sold? So as we have already answered in question number 1, so 475 books were sold in year 1990. Then they have asked 225 books were sold in which year? So 225 books were sold in 1992. Then we come to question number 3. In which years were fewer books than 250 sold? So we can write that in year 1989, only 175 books were sold, which is less than 250. Then in year 1992, 225 books were sold. So in 1989 and 1992, fewer books were sold, fewer than 250 books were sold. Then we talk about question number 4. Can you explain how would you estimate the number of books sold in 1989? So we see that in 1989, the number of books sold were 175, and from the graph we see that this 175 is equals to 1 and 3/4 part of 1 centimeter. As the scale says 1 centimeter is 100, so we can justify the statement by calculation here. 1 centimeter is 100 and 3/4 centimeter is 3/4 of 100. So this gives us 100 plus 75, that is 175 books. So we can say that 1 and 3/4 centimeter from the graph represents 175 books.